I've had some great pineapples growing along this wall here. Got a few last year. I was planning on getting a whole bunch more, but we ended up getting a dog. And this is why I have to remove all the pineapples along the edge. Right there. That is a pineapple under her paw. Another pineapple there. And every one of these pineapples has damage to one level or not, because this is pretty much the edge of her area, and she has been trampling every single one of these. So they're never going to make pineapples at this stage. I'll be lucky if they even live. So we're digging all these out. We're going to put them in the container, and then we're going to replant them in the front of the house. So what we're going to do, here's one that's been thoroughly trampled. Not even sure if that one's alive exactly, but just get her all this mulch out of the way, and then really just dig down, give it a little bit of room, and pop it up as much as we can. This one I think I just planted not long ago, so this one's doing okay. Take that root and just walk them back and try and get as much root as you can. I'm just going to start stacking them in here. So same thing, these are a little bit more established. They should have a lot more root. So try and clear off as much area as possible. And then dig it up. Yeah, I mean, you can dig with the mulch there. It's just easier. Clean it out. Get a clean slate, so to speak. So you can get in there and get underneath it. That's pretty trash, so I'm going to start pretty much about 3/4 of the way out from the leaf. Pop in some, get down deep, just go around probably like 4 spots to get down in there. Just push this thing up a little bit at a time. If I had a big shovel, I could probably do that too, but there's not really enough room for a big shovel in here, so going little by little. And then once I get the pineapple worked up a bit, just going to get my hand under it and shake it out. It should loosen up some of those roots in there. And that's what I got. Pretty good root system. Not optimal. Probably broke a whole bunch, but that's enough to get the plant started in a new location. Got a lot more to go. Alright, got about 6 or 7 in here now. I'm going to take them up front and transplant them now. Basically took out this whole section till the middle. I'm going to take all those out over there eventually. And all these out over here too. See, man, they just get trashed from her playing around here. I tried to put these as a barrier, and really hasn't worked. That guy's just buried it. It's gonna die soon if I don't get rid of it out of there. So all these are just better served in the new location. See, some of these are from ones that produced pineapples last year. The new pups coming out, same as here. But all right, established 2 main areas for my pineapples. Right here, this kind of big open area right there. Already moved a pineapple right there a little while ago. This isn't doing great. I need to get a better watering situation here, but it's not doing bad. It's a pomegranate, and then that's a finger lime right there. So kind of a little bit of a food corner. So as I plant them in here, I'm going to plant them. It's got a lot of space up here. I'm going to plant them probably a good maybe foot apart, get a little bit bigger. And one thing I'm going to make sure I do is obviously plant it to the same level, but you can see those root systems go out a bigger, about my hand on either side. So I'm going to make sure when I dig my hole, I'm going to dig a hole that's equally as wide so as not to cramp up the root system. Basically let it spread out, kind of how it was growing before. We're just making a small hole. So these things don't need to be deep, so it's easy, but they need to be wide enough to compensate for the wide root system. Now as I put it in there, you can see these roots are hard to see, but right there in the dirt. So now got a nice wide root system, and I'll just backfill it, bring it up to the proper level because it's a bit deep, and the roots will fluff up underneath and kind of end up being floating in the dirt because I'll push it in and then I'll pull it up just a little bit like that, so the roots are like that. So watch this. Get it all backfilled. It's kind of in a hole, so I don't want it in a hole at the end of the day. So I'll backfill it like that, and then gently pull it up a little bit, and all that dirt should collapse around underneath it. You can then push it down, and now level it out. It's back at ground level, but those roots are able to expand a bit, stretch their legs instead of being cramped in a small little hole, and they're hopefully nice and wide. That'll keep that plant nice stable. It's going to take some time to bounce back. Obviously I ripped some roots when I pulled it out, but it's kind of my best practice here. Hopefully they'll do a lot better than getting trampled on by the dog every 5 minutes. Gets a lot of sun out here, especially in the winter time frame. This is the south side of the house, so it should get plenty of resources, and it just got to fertilize a little bit more out here. Otherwise, that's about it. See if we get pineapples in a couple of years. Anyway, see you later. My next one, this is the FYI here. So like I said, I want to go about a foot. Got the sprinkler right there. I don't want to crowd that with the vine, so that's a Mexican heather. So I think I'm going to go. The next one, hole's going to be right about there. And then just keep working my way back till I fill it all in.